Are you making slow progress with your writing, or your freelance career is just creeping along but not really getting anywhere? And maybe you're beginning to wonder if you have what it takes. Hold it right there, because your problem may not be what you think it is. It can be really frustrating when we're not making the progress that we want, or things aren't happening fast enough. We're not writing our book fast enough, or our freelance career isn't growing with the speed that we want it to. And it can seem natural to start to judge ourselves for not having what it takes, for not being good enough. The reason that this isn't necessarily the problem that you think it is a little bit like if you were swimming against the current. So you're swimming against the current upstream, but you're not making much progress, and you're beginning to think that it is because you're not a good enough swimmer. But what you don't realize is that you're actually swimming against the current, and it's the current that's holding you back. Now, what this means is there's something holding you back, but actually it's not external events. It's something within you, but it's not your lack of talent. It's not because you're not good enough. So when I'm working with clients and we're running NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and we're doing a particular session around NLP, I do something called an ecology check. So what this means is I'm talking with a client about what they want. So it might be they say to me that they really want to get a publishing deal, or they really want to launch an editing business, but they're just not getting the clients that they want. And so I start to do an ecology check. So this is me investigating what is holding them back. In what way are they swimming against the current? So when we do an ecology check, we start to look at where we want to be, i.e., I want to have a published book, I want to have a successful editing business with loads of clients, and we start to investigate in what way is that going to change my life? In what way is this going to impact the people around me, maybe your family or your friends? In what way do I believe that this is possible? So we're starting to really explore external factors, but also how we feel about it within. And this ecology check means that we start to unearth things like, well, actually, I'm a little bit nervous because if my editing services got really successful and I got loads of clients, that might mean that I spend less time with my family. And so now we understand why we might be holding ourselves back, i.e. that current. So we're trying to swim forwards, but there's an internal current that's saying, no, don't get too successful, because if you get too successful, then you're not going to be able to spend as much time with your family or your friends or your kids. It might be that the current that's holding us back is that we want to get a publishing deal, but we're afraid that we're not good enough, or that it's just not worth it. So we're holding ourselves back. It might be that we're worried about what people think. So when things aren't happening fast enough, it's really nice to just get a sense of, in what way am I holding myself back? So you really start to explore the bigger picture. So you start to explore how much you believe in it, how much you can see the bigger picture. Because if you don't believe in it, you're going to hold yourself back, because you're not going to think that there's any point. You're not going to think there's any point putting loads of time and effort into it, because you're going to keep swimming, but you're never going to get there. So it's a really nice opportunity, if things aren't going as fast as you want them to go, to take a pause, and rather than beating yourself up because you don't have the talent, you don't have what it takes, it's to understand that in some way you are holding yourself back. And when you find out what that is, it's like a release. It's like the current suddenly changes, and suddenly you're swimming downstream and you're making much faster progress. So you will find something that's holding you back. It's often the way that you're perceiving yourself, and often it's the way that you're perceiving, when you achieve your result, the impact that that's going to have on your life and those around you. If you're still not sure, if you're like, God, I really don't know, how do I get more of a sense of what's holding me back, do feel free to drop something in the comments below if you want more advice, or if you want to dig deeper into it, come over to the Facebook community. There's a whole group of us, creative entrepreneurs, writers, and we're a close-knit community offering support and advice and guidance. You'll find the link in the comments below. We would love to have you come join us. Either way, check in with yourself, do that ecology check. Get really curious about what that current is, in what way you're swimming against it, and you will find that things do start to shift. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it's going to enable you to really make progress and have that fulfilling life, that creative career that I know that you really desire. Wishing you all the best, and if you haven't yet subscribed, then join us and make sure that you achieve your dreams. And I'll see you on the sofa next Monday. Take care.